What's going on, guys? Like-minded lunatics bringing you another one. That's right. This is the Adventures of Heroman, the second episode. And we call this one Repeated Recalcitrance. Boy, that's a hard one to say, Mark, but it's a fun episode.
Yeah.
Well, I hope folks enjoyed episode 1, enjoying the artwork from Serena Fast and some of the amazing stuff that Mark and I did. I was going to say that Ricky did, and then all of a sudden I felt really good about myself. But anyway, enjoy episode 2. Please stick around for more after.
Greetings, Herocolytes. This is the continuing story of our hero, Heroman. So, put howdy doody away and get ready for another smack bang tale. It's Heroman! When we last left Heroman, he was rushing out of his home with his former mentor, Betterman. Their investigation of Betterman's rival is cut short when suddenly Heroman comes face to face with his arch enemy. Standing before them on the stoop of Heroman's duplex, diabolically impeding their getaway, the one and only Red Ruin.
Oh, yes. Oh, What are you doing here, Ruin? Oh, sorry. Let me get off the line. Dear, I've got to go. No, I'm here. Yes, I'm with Daniel. Kisses. Ah, wonderful woman. If you're here to fight, Red, you're outnumbered. Please, Daniel, it's Terry now. Do try to remember. I'm trying to rehabilitate. I would appreciate it if you took Dr. Rosenbaum's sessions and advice seriously.
You didn't tell me you were going to therapy, Ward. I can't believe you'd play their game.
It's complicated, look. I'd love to stay and chat, Daniel, but I'm just here to drop off little Jimmy.
Just then, Heroman notices his son, Jimmy, all curls and freckles and all-American pluck, walking up to Heroman's duplex.
Jimmy, what are you doing here? I thought I was picking you up Sunday night.
Oh, hey, Dad, good to see you. Was wondering if maybe you wanted to...
Daniel, Amy told me she called you on Monday. She and I are going to the Catskills this weekend. Judd Hirsch is performing at the Shadowland Theater, and you said you'd take Jimmy early. Are you trying to ruin our vacation, Daniel? Do you plan to deprive me of Judd Hirsch? Is that your game?
Jesus Christ. Heroman, what in the fuck is going on here? Is the Red Ruin dating your wife?
It's complicated. Look, after the accident... Ex-wife, Daniel! And what he's trying to say, Mr. Garrett, is that after he buried his former wife under 6 feet of rubble and left her for dead, I was the one who pulled her free. I was the one who took her to emergency care. I was the one who nursed her back to health, and I was the one who loved her. We've grown quite attached. You make it sound like I didn't want to be there. I was arrested on the spot. I was in jail. I was being convicted of a crime. Don't be a fool, Daniel. Amy didn't leave you because of the accident. It was the years of neglect that pushed her away, and the accident was the culmination of your repeated recalcitrance. Regardless, yes, Amy and I are dating. You know, I think it might be best if we begin some group therapy. You obviously still have some hostility over this whole situation. I'll mention those problems to Dr. Rosenbaum.
That's enough. The problem is that you are the villain and Heroman is the hero. You're supposed to have a problem with each other. Therapy. What kind of world do we live in where heroes and villains walk around apologizing for who they are? For fuck's sake, son, the man is cuckolding you. Now one side, Ruin, we have superheroing to do. Betterman and Heroman race past the Red Ruin, leaving him defeated and confused. They take to the air, defying Mother Nature and gravity itself as they soar into the clouds. Later, as Betterman and Heroman fly through the sky on their way to Boomerang's new apartment, Betterman continues to counsel his protege. All I'm saying is you won't see me going to therapy, or parole officers, or to a trial. We're better than them, Heroman.
Yeah, man, I guess.
Outside a modest apartment complex, Heroman and Betterman set up a clandestine sting operation. Their goal? To see if the recently released villain Boomerang has been successfully rehabilitated, or if he's pontificating a perilous plot on the good people of Megatropoltown. Okay, there he is getting out of his car. Look, all those hoses and buckets, all those gallons of chemicals he's taking inside.
It does look suspicious. What do you think all that's for? Look, he's getting more. What does that box say? Lithium hydrochloride? What does that do? Isn't that an acid?
There's no telling. This is worse than I thought. One thing is clear. Psychobabble didn't cure the most dangerous madman my city's ever seen. He's still a supervillain. He put all those chemicals inside. Now he's getting back into his car. He's on the move. Come on. Let's follow him.
Whoa, I shouldn't. We just ran off and left Jimmy alone back at my place. I don't even have a microwave there yet.
Fine, but stay put. I may come looking for you if I need help. Betterman gallantly takes to the sky, continuing his investigation, leaving Heroman to walk home alone. He's been through a lot, our hero. A thoughtful stroll may be just what the doctor ordered. As Heroman languidly strolls through the city he loves, his cell phone begins to buzz in his pocket. Who could it be?
Yeah, probably Betterman. Hello?
Hi, Daniel.
Oh, Amy. So good to hear from you. I thought you were with Ruin. Terry, sorry.
I am. He's putting gas in the car. It had been a while since we talked. And Terry thought, he just wanted me and you to, I don't know.
Amy, listen, are you okay?
I think so. I'm getting better. Terry is helping. He makes me laugh.
I really don't want to hear about how another man makes you laugh, Amy. If I had a list of things that I would hate to hear you say, that would definitely be on that list.
Don't even start with me. If it weren't for him, I'd be dead.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It was his crime I was trying to stop when everything happened down in Midtown. It's his fault. All of this is happening to us. And besides, I was told that he had a bomb.
You were told? You destroyed half the city, killing and maiming people because of a rumor? Look, I'm not going to participate in blaming one another. If you don't stop playing the victim, Daniel, you're never going to make any progress on this.
I am the victim, Amy. Me.
As Heroman argues with his ex-wife, his razor-sharp focus precisely aimed at the ongoing dialogue, Heroman inadvertently steps into the street despite the "Don't Walk" sign. At that exact moment, a semi-truck hauling dangerous and explosive gas barrels through the intersection slams directly into Heroman. A huge explosion engulfs the entire street, with our hero right in the eye of the storm. Oh, the humanity! After several hours of emergency response personnel combing the wreckage for survivors, a maudlin Heroman discusses the tragic events of this afternoon and his involvement with them with his parole officer, Frank.
So let me make sure I got your side of this. You're saying you had a walk.
Yes, Frank. I was not jaywalking.
And so you walked into the crosswalk legally, you contend, and out of nowhere, a semi-truck carrying rocket fuel just happened to smash into you?
Look, Frank, I know how stupid this sounds, but yes, that's exactly what happened.
So how come a receptionist on the 12th floor of the Wells Fargo building claims she looked down into the wreckage and saw you punching and kicking what was left of the semi?
I thought I was being attacked, Frank. What would you do if someone hit you from behind?
So reflexes then. That's what you're going with? All right, one more question. Why didn't you hear the semi coming? Lose your super hearing?
Look, I was on the phone with Amy. We were having an argument.
Come clean with me, Daniel. You were using your powers, weren't you? Doing a little superheroing? Things got out of hand?
No, I was not. I was walking along, arguing with Amy, and a crazy driver carrying rocket fuel just happened to smash into me. It's not my fault I'm invulnerable.
Fine. Don't get into a tizzy. I'll talk to the cops. It's not like anyone else near enough to the accident can contradict your story anyways. All of them burned up in the explosion.
Damn it.
Look, I've been speaking to Dr. Rosenbaum, and we both think you need to begin couples treatment with Amy and Terry. You're going to have to learn to get along with both of them, especially after the marriage. It's simply what's best for Jimmy.
Marriage? They're getting married?
Well, what did you think was going to happen, Daniel? Yeah, they're getting married, and we got to make sure you can deal with this emotionally, because if you can't...
Yeah, I got it. I won't be able to superhero again.
To begin with, and then we'll strip your powers and incarcerate you. We can't afford to have someone with your level of power wandering around with emotional issues. We just can't.
Sure. You know what? I get it. I'm too big of a liability.
Good. Glad we're clear. Tomorrow morning, report to Rosenbaum's for group. Keep those feet on the ground. I've found out you're using powers. We box you in again, and you're done. Got it?
I got it.
Heroman hears an explosion deep within the city and instinctively springs to his feet.
Don't even think about it. Actual heroes will deal with it. Walk home, Daniel. Walk straight home.
Yep. Don't worry, Frank. I won't give it another thought.
And there you have it, Herocolytes! Will Heroman triumph over the oppression of the PO? Will the Red Ruin ever see Judd Hirsch live on stage? Join us next week, same hero time, same hero channel, for the Adventures of Heroman!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed that. That was episode 2 of The Adventures of Heroman. We are at the middle of this story. We've got 2 episodes left, and boy, I really like this one. It introduces some really fun stuff. I think what I want to get into on this one, Todd, is just our performances, like trying to figure out the voices that we were going to use.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about finding Betterman's voice?
I mean, we talked a little bit about it a couple of weeks ago when we were mentioning the creation of Betterman and all of that. But, you know, he's, by the way, I lived in Kansas for a couple of years, and I would try to do a Texas accent when I lived there. And I had a buddy from Ohio, and he goes, "You're the only Texan I ever met who can't do Texan at all." You know, and so it's been my dream to, not necessarily that Betterman is Texan, but he kind of a Southern, a tough, rough Southern guy.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to be kind of snide and kind of like a, you know, I don't want to give too much away about the rest of the series, but a little unlikable. I wanted to be rough around the edges and a little unlikable.
Yeah. What I think was funny is that, so for folks that don't know, Todd and I, we work at the same university, and our offices are right across the hall from each other. And so as we were writing this, we were also trying to find these voices. And so quite often during our office hours, one of us would walk through the other's office and go, "Hey, what do you think about this?" "Daniel, what are you doing?" And I'm up and down with the thing. "Is that too much, Todd? Does it sound like I'm..."
Right.
"No, do it more." And then you would be doing the, "Well, come on, B.O." You know,
Yeah, well, you don't know about that. I wouldn't. Yeah. No, I don't believe. Yeah.
That's too John Wayne. Back off, John Wayne. Too much
You
John
did. You
Wayne.
always said that. And I threw away that note, I have to say. Some of my favorite scenes in the series are when Heroman, Betterman, and Red Ruin interact, because you know, Heroman is trying to figure out where he is in the world and trying to figure out who he's going to be, because the world is changing, and his comfort zone is what Betterman has taught him. And Ruin is super annoying and really unlikable. But, you know, I think anyone who hears him has to know that he's kind of got good intentions and that he might be on the right side here. So it's this kind of angel and devil on the shoulder thing that Heroman has going on. And I love your Ruin, because even though on paper you go, actually, this guy's trying to come around. He's a pretty stand-up guy. Super unlikable.
Very unlikable. Yeah, he is a super punchable character, but he's
how'd you get to his voice?
I honestly don't know. I'm sure you and I've talked about this before. I walk around the house. There's nobody here but me and the dogs, and I walk around the house trying out voices.
Oh yeah.
And that high pitched, I don't know why that happened. But then after a while, it started to be fun. And in my head, I view his voice as a wave form.
Oh, yeah.
It goes all the way up and then down here, Daniel. It goes up and down for no reason whatsoever.
I know. Well, it adds great depth to him because, and I know I've talked about Mark Hamill's voice talent before on these, but I just love hearing him talk about stuff. And, he's talked about the Joker's laugh, and he says you can't just have one laugh for him.
Right.
Because, of course, we all have different laughs. We have bitter laughs. We have hysterical laughs. We have laughs when we're taunting someone. And so he's got, he you can go down here, but joyful and up here, and you get everything in between. And I really like that with Ruin, his outraged voice that you do, like when they're in therapy together and he says, Daniel, and he's just chiding him. I can.
Your repeated recalcitrance. He is so mad.
I can forget that it's you. Like I can forget when I listen to that character. I can slip into it even though we made the stuff up. But I'm like, man, that guy's super annoying. I wonder what he looks like. Well, it's Mark.
Well, and the thing that was weird for me is that, you essentially had two big characters, the voiceover artist and then Betterman. And then I had Daniel and Red Ruin. I hated Daniel. I hate playing Daniel.
Yeah.
For me, he is the least interesting character in the entire thing. And voicing him was always a chore, trying to find that emotional center. Like, okay, how's he supposed to feel in this episode? He's put upon, he feels like everything. But Ruin is so fun because he's the moral center of the story.
Right.
But he sounds like the archest arch villain that you've ever heard. So much so that if he was in a cartoon, you'd be like, that is over the top. I don't know who wrote this character. It's over the top.
It's unrealistic.
It's unrealistic for a superhero film. Unrealistic.
That's right. Well, I mean, you make a good point. I get away with the voiceover and with Betterman. I don't have to pretend to be a real person because there are these a ton. Even the voiceover is an unreal sort of character that's swimming around in Hero Man's world. And Hero Man, he is. I really like that. If you look back, gosh, these 1960s Marvel characters, they have deep psychologies, they have problems, they have real issues going on in their lives outside of heroing.
Right.
And by comparison, the 30s Superman is just so milquetoast. I mean, he's just a guy who wants to do the right thing. The Boy Scout and Captain America is that to a certain degree as well, although he has the whole like rebirth thing happening too. But just a little plain. I think you did a great job with it because, we don't give him. Well, I take that back. He has a couple of really great scenes where you stand out, but there are
they're not in the first two episodes though.
No, and you have a lot of scenes in these first two where you're like, I guess,
Right. It's essentially just put upon whining. It's whatever. And one of the things I did want to make sure I bring up is. Yes. So you were talking about the voices and trying to find those weird little nuances and things like that. So for folks a little behind the scenes is, so when we would do this, Todd would he would pace around as Betterman, as Garrett, and he would swagger around. But when it was time to do the voiceover artist, his right hand does this thing where it's like a locomotion thing. And he's like, good day, hero. He would have to wind up, and it's almost like he was uppercutting every time. And so we had to kind of back off and let Todd have space because it was a dangerous environment, constantly doing this stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a full body character because he again, like I was saying before, he's probably not particularly intelligent. He doesn't seem to be catching on to what's going on in the lives of these characters.
Nothing.
But it's all very exciting, But the meaning has no issue for him. It's how dramatic is this? And then so how can I amp up the drama even more, So I don't have to play real people. You had to play real people.
Well, I had to do the same thing with Ruin. So I would get close to the mic and then I would have to duck around it and try to get those weird Doppler effects.
Yeah, I know. And I found myself just constantly like screaming from far away because I didn't want to keep redlining the.
Right. I'm sitting there with the monitor going, Jesus, fuck, back up, Todd, back up. No, that's too loud. Back up.
If people freeze frame the bumpers, the intros for Like-Minded Lunatics, there is a shot of us recording The Adventures of Heroman, and I'm doing my wind up. And if you look, just pause it and look at your face. You're smiling because I think you're liking what's happening. But based on what you're seeing on your screen and how things are jumping, you're not at ease.
Right. Well, you couldn't be. It's not like narrating a like a Bridges of Madison County book.
It was a cold November.
Oh, Jesus.
Right. The doves playfully sipping something. Right. Yeah. All right. We should leave people alone. They're probably left long ago, and we're sitting here after hours. But anything else you wanted to say about E2 or about what folks are going to see coming up?
No. I'm just actually excited to talk again to Ricky and talk to Jim and Serena. Hopefully, we can get Brooke and Leigh back on here to talk to them too about some of their memories of this.
They were just game. It was so fun. They were just willing to do dumb stuff with us, for us.
Right.
We're so appreciative.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're going to ask them all back.
100%.
If you're one of those people, you're not getting away. And there's many more people we're hoping to add. So
yes.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, I guess we'll wrap this one up. Next week, we will have another supplementary episode. And then after that, we'll have E3 and E4.
Thanks for being with us.
Take care.